everybody, welcome back to the Desmo Works channel. So quick update video today just to let you know where I'm at. So the bike is still sat here waiting for some parts to turn up. So I've got the new old stock loom has turned up, plus the injector loom. I'm still waiting on a throttle position sensor and the main temperature sensor and the two relays that go up by the ECU. So I can't do the swap out piece, but what I'm going to talk you through is I'm just going to do a quick diagnostic check and see if it throws up any faults. So that's one piece of work I'm going to do today. The other bit was just to update on the bike story. I have a fullback bike, so I don't know if I'm going to call it the Yellow Peril or Bumblebee by how bright it is and the fact it's got black wheels. So it's a 748S 1997, but interestingly it's got some of the right bits that I really need on it to make it a quick and usable race bike. So it's got brand new front shower forks, brand new calipers, it's got an NTR 2 shock in it, which I've never used before, but might as well try. Termi pipes, it's got a 45mm system, which is what the 748s benefit from best. It's got RCS brake lever and clutch lever, and down in there a Power Commander 3 and then Olin steering damper. It's been track converted already, so it's obviously got full race fairing. So this is going to be my fullback position, so I can at least ride, but I'm going to be changing out the engine very quickly. So I'm just hoping to secure an engine today, and if that comes off, then hopefully next week's video will be a very quick swap out engine video, so that I can show you doing that. Oh, and I should add, it's got a AFAM rear chain, quick change sprocket to take rental carriers, a brand new AFAM chain, oh, and a aluminium subframe. Lots and lots of goodies on it. I paid probably slightly more than I should do, but the basis is that it will give me something to work from and hopefully a second bike for the race meetings. So digs me out that little hole. And I've also just picked up a set of black 5-spoke Marchesinis for it, so you'll have the slightly lighter wheels fitted to it. So, good news story. Spare bike. Still need to get this one working. So what I'm going to do today is just run through the self-diagnosis function on the old Ducati Mephisis system. So this is the old version, because they did a DDS after this, which is electronic, and now they do DDS2, which is the full factory kit that you have to have special permissions to be able to use it correctly. So let me talk you through what we're going to do. First off, I've connected power. So this lead just goes to the battery and just connects up. I've got plenty of juice in the battery. That's a warning that you need to have, because it will use some juice up. Okay, so you connect the lead into the diagnostic port from the ECU, which is the 3-pin plug that you'll see closest to the ECU. Then that comes down, and then we take this and plug this into the DDS, and that'll power up itself. Then it gives me a variety of functions: diagnostics, multimeter, auxiliaries, belt check. Okay, so up to Superbike, choose the model that the bike is. So for us is a 748S ECU. It's going to initialize. Perform connections, key turn to off, press yes. So this is just connecting to the ECU. Now I'm going to switch it on. That was it confirming the, you saw it very quickly pop up in the ISO code, which is just reading what's on the ECU. Okay, I can now check parameters, road test, active diagnosis or error reading. Check for errors. Oh, We have a water temperature sensor error. So just turn the key off. I'm just going to disconnect this lead here. And now I'm going to replace it with a special test sensor. Now that that test sensor's in, I'm just going to press yes on the diagnostic tool. Turn the key back on. So it says likely cause is wiring, so it's saying that the sensor's working. So it's giving me pins 13 to 16 to check the wiring. What I need to do is come up to here, switch everything off, come up to here, disconnect this, and then just do a quick wiring check all the way down. So we might have found a potential short. So let me just quickly do that test. So I've quickly removed the ECU and the case in here, and you'll see wires 13 and 16. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to check between the sensor as to whether we're getting anything on there. So let's just do that quickly. What I've just done is I stuck the probe between 13 and 16 to check if there was any shorts. There wasn't. I then went between this one for 13, the right hand side for 16, and I've got good continuity with like marginal resistance, like less than a couple of ohms, so which will probably be the wire itself. So I don't think there's a wiring issue. So I'm just going to stick this all back together and plug the ECU back in and run the test again. Right, everything's back on. I haven't put all of the nuts back on ECU, just the one with the earth, so that it's got a good connection still. So reconnect back up the diagnostic sensor. Okay, it's not picking a fault up now. Okay, so now that we're not... Oh, wrong one. I'm just going to check. Start the bike quickly and see what we get. Right, I'm now going to reconnect it all back up. And see what we get. See if the error's represented itself on the bike. So it's connecting up. Going to diagnostics. It's connecting up. Yes. Check for errors. No stored errors. Okay, so we had an error on the water temperature sensor which presented itself as possibly a wiring error, but when I swung through that, the connection up here down to the connection that sits for the water sensor is showing no fault in the wiring. So it could be temperature related, could be vibration related where it sits. So we've got this spare loom, so it might be the actual issue with the loom. Fingers crossed. Okay, so that was just a quick update, and interestingly, it shows we might have a possible issue with the water temperature sensor. Big crossed fingers, because that'd be good. As a precaution, I am going to change that loom, and because that wiring goes up to there, and if there's an intermittent break in there somewhere, it might not be presenting itself when I've swung the multimeter through that, and it's better that as I've got a brand new loom, better to take no chances and just swap that out as well. So I know where I can get one of these sensors from. So it looks like I might have found the cause. It looks like the ECU stored the error this time, because it didn't when I last did the test, and I don't know if I might have accidentally wiped it as I was starting the diagnostic system, but it's highly unlikely, or perhaps it got a surge in power or something like that. I just need to get that sensor and replace that. Bumblebee or Yellow Peril, whatever we're going to call that. That will probably be the next video, if I can secure the SP engine that I can see up for sale. If I can, we're going to do a time-lapse engine change, see how quick I can do an engine change. Probably won't talk you through that process. Hope that was of some use. You got to see the old style diagnostic system in use. Hopefully it's helped me diagnose what the issue is, because we found a fault. What I'm going to do is take that to the track with me at Silverstone. So if it happens again, hopefully I can stick it on while the fault is still present, and we might be able to eliminate any other intermittent fault there might be there. Okay, so short, dirty, quick video, quick update on where we are. Unfortunately, I didn't get all the parts I needed to do the work this weekend. As usual, any questions, stick them down below and I'll try and get an answer back to you as soon as possible. The subscribe button's going to come up soon. Please subscribe. Thank you for getting me over 1,000 subscribers, by the way. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Chuck me a like. See you at the next one. Cheers then. Bye.